Wizard 101 is a pretty easy game. I mean, for 90% of the fights, you just click on your blade and then click on your 7-pip AoE. There's some fights where you have to change up your game plan due to some tricky cheats, but most of these fights boil down to just buffing into a pretty big hit. So I decided to look for some of the hardest fights in Wizard 101, and I found a fight where the wiki page starts to look like an essay. The fight I'm talking about is the Invading Fleets fight at the end of Wallaroo. This fight boils down to achieving certain gambits with hanging effects, and then the Doom Moon will fire a laser onto the battlefield, dealing 6,000 damage to all enemies. Once you understand this fight, it really isn't too difficult, but there is a version of this fight that becomes so hard that even with the perfect strategy, it requires so much luck to win. This version of the fight is intended to be beaten by 4 wizards, but if you do it solo, it becomes seemingly impossible. In this version of the fight, rather than achieving just 6 gambits, you need to achieve 12, and you have to achieve all 9 unique gambits. On top of this, each enemy can counter your hanging effects using advanced spells or by using their super strong cheat in which they remove one of any hanging effect that is cast, meaning that single blades become useless and triple blades just turn into double blades. This makes the gambit so much harder to achieve. And finally, on top of all those cheats, the fight is now a 1v4, and you need to survive tens of rounds to achieve all of the gambits required to win. Now you might think, as I did, that this has to be impossible, but somehow, against all odds, I managed to pull it off. And boy, it was close.